How's it going, ladies and Bruce's up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome back to Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, I'm determined to get the rest of these bucket endings out of the way, because I'm curious to see the rest of them, but unfortunately, my memory's not so good on the original endings.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Okay.
Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
I don't know about that.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Oh, I love the memory zone. Ah. It's so peaceful. I didn't expect that to happen. As soon as we boot it up, we're off doing other weird shit. Thought we weren't going to get a reward for doing the figurines. You lied to me. Again. Why you always lie?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
Usually the 6 would be...
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Oh, it's creepy. I don't like it. What's over here? What is this? Executive bathroom. Ooh.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own,
picked it up.
just by poking around in the boss's bathroom.
Damn, should I pick the last one up?
You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh, thanks. Man, I didn't pick up that other one. Could I have had 12? Man.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
This one.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Really? I should use that to my advantage, I think. I feel like I
Let's
haven't
see. What came next?
made the most of that, you know?
Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember
What?
being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What? That never happened? What? I've never been in this room. What are you talking about?
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh, good. I'm excited.
Enjoy.
Oh, I love the PowerPoint presentation. Wow, narrator, you're so talented. Best boy, the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't
It really does.
I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I wouldn't say 8 minutes is a lot of time. I mean, I guess it depends what you're doing, but it doesn't seem like a lot of time.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here, under the stairs. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
They sure are.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Indeed. Indeed. Man, I have 11 now instead of 12, and I'm really annoyed by that.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. Okay. See how that feels.
And give me a chance to grab that last one again.
Okay, yes, that spot under the stairs. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
They're all back again. I'm still gonna be missing one. Son of a bitch.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yes, I love that video.
It was very well crafted. Absolutely. Yeah, one talented individual.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
It's quite fancy. I like it.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Except that's what we're doing right now, isn't it? Pretty sure we're getting a reward right now for doing it. What's this way? Nothing. Nothing this way. Well then.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Oh yeah.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Collect them all. Can you find them? Ah, yeah, that's right. Jumping circle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything.
It really does.
In fact, I dare say Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. 47.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
This is the start of time.
I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then, somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me.
I see.
He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
He's a lovely man.
But I suppose it's grown
Well,
old.
he has no personality at all.
I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright, on my list here I got a couple of other
All of
new
his
endings we
co-workers
need to
were
do
gone.
that don't involve
What
the
could it
bucket.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So let's go do that, shall we? So we're going to the boss's room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is this about now that we got all the
Yet
things?
there was not a single person here either.
Back to the original.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Does this one go anywhere? I don't think it does. That's still a nothing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that
I'll
his
never
boss
be able to
had been
memorize
keeping
this.
from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly,
As always,
by
I
simply
can't
pushing
remember it.
random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Now apparently if we just ride this elevator up and down we'll get a new ending. Apparently. So that's interesting. I think it's this one.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office?
Because Stanley's an
Well,
idiot.
That's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Man, we're gonna go through so many loading screens. Oh shit. It's not up and down, it's a new area now.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
It's lovely.
This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that
Like
you
you're being
have.
sarcastic.
An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Yes, indeed.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
He's a madman. He really is. He's dangerous. He should be sectioned under the Mental Health Act.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Sure is.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
Who knows?
The suspense is killing me.
The sarcasm's killing me. Oh, it's the boss's office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me.
Me too.
Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Smart ass.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, let's go.
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
I see. I like the drinky bed.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate
Going real slow
it.
now.
That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
And? No comments this time, I see. Someone's given up.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you.
Thank you.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Ooh,
Oh, good, we're here.
fancy.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here
Ooh,
somewhere.
exciting. Stanley, live on stage. All eyes on Stanley.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Q&A's of the world's first sentient machine.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
All right.
I'm really proud of you,
You do remember I
Stanley.
can't speak, right?
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Well, this is intimidating. There's so many people. I didn't like that. I don't like that at all.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Huh?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. Game is so confusing sometimes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we got only a couple more innings to go that I'm
Yet
aware
there was
of.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
and you do
walked
the red door
upstairs
again.
to his boss's
As well.
office.
At some point.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I'm getting on the piano now.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, I'm calm. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. We'll do this one, then we'll do the red door, and then we'll do the epilogue ending, which is the last one on my list.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome!
Thanks.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you.
Good for you.
Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates.
It does.
Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Yay.
We call this track Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Great. Thank you. All right, read door. Hey, Bucket. I don't need you for this one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Oh, we need blue door.
Give me a chance.
Blue door. I keep saying
now,
red
listen
door, but we
carefully,
want blue
this
door.
is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door me.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Nope.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I think this has been changed for the
Do you
update.
see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Definitely.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of
I can't help
yours.
you with that.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
This is one of the best
Work
endings in the
with me.
original
You've given
game.
me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Wish I could have brought the bucket to this
There
one.
we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for... Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
I'm sure you have.
Let's take a look.
Yay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Here we go.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
I don't mind.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out.
Didn't burn,
I'm
it's just
done.
invisible now.
It's over.
Transparent.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Is it Minecraft again?
Let's see.
Or we got something
We
new?
have here. Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Firewatch?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me
Cool
that you
talks.
are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Creep
perhaps
tower?
for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Mental depravity. Yeah, usually this one's Minecraft, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Oh man, I went the wrong way. Now we're playing Firewatch instead. What's next? Portal? Portal was meant to be next last time.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Ah,
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
I suppose.
Woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Wait, I'm going to squeeze through the crack.
Something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Alright. What do you got this time? Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get
Can you give me a
lost here.
car?
Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports
Stanley,
ball?
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Alright, let's do it. What is on the ball? We're doing a sports ball. I don't even know what team I'm on. I don't know if it matters. Huh.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little... Hold on. What are you doing?
Ah.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You
Ah.
can't do it.
What the hell? Nope. Well, I lost the narrator. We're just gonna have to do this on our own. It looks like a horror game now. It's definitely scary. I think we're going around in circles. Ooh, to the light. It's got the numbers of the employees. Look, 427. It's my office. Great. It's like an old build of the game.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Be back.
The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
It was mostly the same, but different still. Alright, one more to go. I'll be right back. Alright, we get to enter our time again. This time we can enter any time we want, apparently. My mouse is missing, though, which is unfortunate. Mouse? Help. 8 p.m. Ah, 8 p.m. Your favorite time of day? Yeah, nap time pretty much. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 8 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 8 p.m.? It's not extremely inaccurate, but it's not super accurate either. I'd say 50%. Yeah, that's cool. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish I had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data in. Shouldn't be too hard, yeah. Let me whip up a couple of new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Didn't we do that one before? I mean, that one's fine. That's fine. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Aww. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is the most appealing to you? Occuboincal. Scrumtush. Definitely Scrumtush. Please don't adjust the slider. Okay? Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? I mean, it is for me. What time is it anyway? Yep. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. Okay. Will you come back to visit me? Yeah, definitely. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job's over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I've really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Epilogue. That's what we're after. What happened to Stanley? At the end of it all. Many, many years later. Oh God! I think we've been here before. I vaguely remember this desert. Ah, my chair, thank God. Ah, warm fire. Moon's very close tonight. We should eat some marshmallows. Oh my God, there's chairs everywhere. It's the chair apocalypse. Sorry, cheers, I've got to go. Whoa. Let's head toward the moon. It'll give us some direction. Oh, now there's no moon. It's a nice looking sky though. The memory place. The memory zone. What happened to you, memory zone? This is creepy. Any collectibles down here? Oh, not Cookie 9 again. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, Stanley Parable 2 was dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for, an infinitely deep hole. Who cares? What are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this division feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... Yes. Cat dog born. Oh yeah, I did merge them together. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. Hey, the name. Say Jim.
Jim.
Yeah.
Jim.
When the Stanley Parable launched a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. As outlined in a press release they published today, it's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Sign up for updates. Jim. Are these all Jim buttons?
Jim.
Yeah. I am Jim. I'm the Jimmest Jim of them all.
Stanley.
Wait, what?
Jim.
Oh, good. Thank God. I got worried there for a minute. Stanley Parable developers, no more oh. Did I go around in circles? How the hell did that happen? Oh, we gotta follow this. Figurines! Yeah, 25 out of 6. That's the best amount out of 6. Computer? Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred, and we do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Something starting with RE. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. Pocket full of human condition. Stanley Parable 3, pocket full of human condition. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. No. I understand. Sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Alright, we are back. It's time to start doing it. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. You know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. So you see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Fuck, hang on. Let me look at my phone. Pretty close. Right there. Please adjust the slider to your computer. There, that's fine. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. You're playing the Stanley Parable 3, pocket full of human condition. I like it. Well then, I suppose it's time we wrap this one up, because I probably let this run on quite long, and I think we are done with Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Awesome new additions to the game, and plus it has the original game in it too, so it kind of supplants the original, to be honest. Like, if you didn't own the original already, there's no point buying it, you just buy this one, because this has all the original content too, but still, definitely good to see a little bit more. Hope you guys enjoyed it, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.